Hi everybody, it's Hayden Crawford from the Dreamtime Academy and welcome to today's live Starseed Numerology readings for 2020. Okay, so what's your week been like so far? Have you enjoyed yourself? What have you been doing? Whereabouts in the world are you? And are you a free numerology reading today? Now, numerology is an incredible modality, which, is basically the best form of being able to interpret who you are at a soul level. So, look, personality blueprint, your strengths and weaknesses, the best times for you to embark on new projects and ventures. It looks at, when's, just about everything about who you are as a person, why you're here and what you're here to do. And actually, it's just one of the most beautiful and gentle ways of being able to wake up as well. So I use an amazing color therapy system, which is called the Color Mirrors behind me, which is a numerology-based color therapy system. And I'm going to bring that into the readings that I do for you today. So some insights on who you are and what you're here to do. So Tarzia Bradley's here. Hello, how are you, Tarzia? Nice to see you here. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't already done so, and click the bell for future notifications, and that will mean that you'll get updates of when I'm going live, etc., etc. All right, so Tarzia, whereabouts are you in the world? So you're 2002 and you are the, well, is it the 7th of the, are you the 7th of the 1st or the 1st of the 7th? I'm great, thanks, Tarzia. Yeah, really, really good. Yes. So is that the 7th of the 1st? Hi Rashley, nice to see you. How's things going? What are you up to today? My connection's unstable. Oh, I don't like that. We don't like unstable connections, do we? January the 7th. Okay. Okay, so January the 7th. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm just going to transfer your date of birth into your birth chart. So you're actually a very sensitive soul, and actually interesting because you've only got like 4 numbers in your birth chart. So I'll show you what that looks like, Tarzia. Okay, so there you go. So you've got no numbers on mind plane. So the 3, 6, and 9 live up there, and that's they're the mind numbers. These are the emotional numbers, and these are the physical numbers. So you've got what's called the arrow of poor memory. So what that means, Tarzia, is that you won't learn in traditional ways. So actually it's more difficult, more challenging for you to be able to retain information, okay? Because it's almost like the mind numbers are not stimulated in the same way as someone who's got 3s and 6s and 9s in their chart. So, you might be more of the type of person that would learn through institutions like Steiner, for example, where you can use your creative, your intuitive aspects to be able to learn and grow. Because here you see your feminine energy, 2 is feminine, and you've got 2 2s. So that's, very sensitive, almost empathic, intuitive. You can probably understand and feel how other people are feeling. And, you might take that on board and sometimes think it's, they're your emotions when they're not. Tarzia, you've only got 1 1 as well. So your 1 is your masculine expression. And this means that there's a limitation around that. So it could be quite challenging for you to be able to discuss or talk about how you feel. And again, that gets emphasized because you don't have a 5 in your chart as well. So that means you don't know how you feel a lot of the time. So to be able to verbalize that or communicate that in any way can be really, really difficult. Tarzia, you've also got an isolated 7. Now, the 7 in numerology is about sacrifice. It's about lessons learned in life as well. So for you, you might find that you keep on having to learn the same thing over and over again. And this could be a sacrifice with either love, health, or money. So one of those 3 things, and it'll keep on repeating itself. So it could be like you meet someone and then the relationship turns sour, and then you meet someone else and the relationship turns sour, and it goes off and on and off and on. Or it could be like you make money and lose it, or it could be your health. Now, the other thing that you've got is this arrow here, which is called the arrow of frustration, and it's up the spine of your birth chart, which is the lack of the 4, 5, and 6. Now, that means that, you could have experienced difficulties or challenges within the earlier part of your life, and that could manifest as your mum and dad separating. It could have been that you felt like you didn't fit in your school, or, sibling rivalry, or challenges with health. And it can also knock on and be difficulties within relationships in later life as well. So obviously you're only 18, so you don't know how that's going to kind of manifest yet. So Oracle of the Mermaids here. There you go. Let the colour party commence. There you go. Yes, indeed. Let's have some fun with a lot of colour today. So you're a day number 7, Tarzia. So I'm going to show you what that looks like in colour. All right. So 7 is the Atlantean wisdom. Okay, so 7 in the colour mirror system is known as Neptune, and Neptune is the Roman god of the sea. So it's turquoise energy, which carries all of that sort of ancient wisdom, that spiritual knowledge, and that Atlantis, the king of Atlantis. But it's also about being a teacher. So actually you having the capabilities to learn through your own experience, and that's how you prefer to learn, through your own experience, because you don't like being told what to do. And then you have a deep interest in mysticism, miracles, magic, illusions, and faith. So it's all of that subconscious stuff that you're interested in. And actually turquoise is about trust as well. So that's your 7 number. So it means that through sacrifice sometimes you can become a very good teacher. And Elizabeth Beard's here as well. Hi, Elizabeth. Nice to see you. And Rebecca H as well. Fantastic. Lovely to see you all here today. And how are you all doing? Now, Tarzia, your ruling number carries the most amount of information about you, really. It's like the biggest influence over you. And we get that by adding up all of the numbers in your date of birth. So you're a 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12. So you're a ruling number 3 person. The 3 is a mind number. Oh, hi, Rose. I'm glad you caught me live as well. So this is your ruling number color, and this is Christ consciousness. Coral is unconditional love of pink mixed with a little bit of beautiful gold, authentic power and wisdom. When you mix those two together, you become like a Christed human on the planet. So it's an expansion that takes place. So ruling 3s want to grow. They want to expand. They're quite lively, fun-loving. They love laughter, quite sociable as well. And it's also about self-acceptance. So a lot of ruling 3 people go through that doubt, and have to analyze their beliefs and where they're still keeping themselves small. And also, sometimes, the negative shadow pattern with the Jupiter bottle is connected to, it's called the coral prostitute. And that means that you kind of sometimes can give up just before the magic happens. It's like you lose faith and all the rest of it. So the 3 really, they're very inspired by lyrics, music, miracles, poetry. They love the arts. They love connecting with the community and the community-based projects, etc., etc. So for you, you've got a ruling 3, which is a mind number, and a 7, which is a physical number. So that's actually, it broadens your personality because they exist on 2 different planes of existence. Now at the moment you're in a 4, 5 and 5 is 10, 11, 12. So you're in a 3 this year. Okay, so when you enter a personal year cycle 3, it's the perfect time because it stimulates the left brain. Of course, you've got no numbers on your mental plane, so it's very good for learning this year. So you might want to take a course this year, maybe go to university. If you're 18, you might be looking at different vocations that you can start studying, different opportunities coming in. So yeah, see how you go. But yeah, let me know, Tarzia, how that was for you. Leave a few comments and let me know how you connected up with your numbers and your colors as well, because often when you've got the 7 and the 3 together, then what you've got here is a shaman, because you've got turquoise and coral together. Okay, it's shamanic. It almost relates to a shamanic past life as well. There you go. So Tarzia says, your readings are so accurate. I am indeed very empathic, and everything you mentioned is correct. I'm also very artistic. You are indeed. Yeah, and that's what you need to rely on, is that artistic, intuitive aspect of self. And that's who you are. And that's what you've come here to do. So it's beautiful. So we've got P. Palmer Paints as well. Hi, nice to see you. And thanks for those lovely butterflies and hearts. That's really sweet. And you're the 3rd of the 1st, 1980. Okay, I'll have a look at yours. Elizabeth Beard, I'm glad you're doing well. And have a look at yours as well, Elizabeth. I think you were here last week, weren't you, Elizabeth? And I don't know if I got the chance to do a reading for you. And Rose as well. If you leave your date of birth in the comments section below, and then I'll have a look at yours for you as well. Now, Ashley says, I've been having crazy vivid dreams lately. I know my guides are working on me. Do you work in the dream time state? To say I think you've already worked on me a bit. It's interesting, Ashley. Yeah, I mean, I do. Yeah, a lot of starseeds, you know, like you and I and everybody who's watching here today, because if you're here watching today, it's likely that you're a starseed yourself. Well, it's actually most probable. And a starseed is a person or a soul that comes through from a different star system and inhabits a human body to be able to help raise the vibration of the planet. And a lot of the work that they do is via the dream time state. So it could be that they rescue people or go off and go to ancient portals around the world and put energy into them, etc., etc. So if you want to know more about that, there is a video on my channel which goes into the work, the missions of starseeds during their dream time state. So it's well worth watching. Excellent. So P Palmer Paints, what's your full name, please? Yeah, a shamanic gifts in this lifetime as well, Tarzia. Yeah, so it relates very much to that. Now, Tarzia, remember, these are just insights. So if you want a full report where I look at your living name, which is the name that you like to go by, and look at your soul urge, outer expression, your peak years of maturity, your starseed origin, so which star system your soul came from before, just after it left source consciousness, then let me know, because I create 15-page Starseed Numerology Reports. They are handcrafted, so they take about 3 to 5 business days. So if you want one of those, just message me after the show and we can organize one. They're only 49 Australian dollars. They're still on special for the month of August. So P Palmer Paints is Megan Elizabeth Palmer is your given name. Excellent. Brilliant. Excellent. Yeah, no, absolutely. And Soul Renovations. There you go. Soul Renovations says, I highly recommend the report. It's awesome. Thank you very much, Soul Renovations. Who are you then? Just remind me of your name, because we've done so many reports recently. We've been kind of all reported out. We must have done over 400 reports globally now to help with the whole Starseed Awakening process of 2020. There you go. Oh, interesting. Heather Reese. Very, very good. There you go. Oh, I know my soul expression and soul edge number as well as my peak year of maturity. I watch a lot of your videos. Fantastic, Tarzia. I'm really pleased. So you're an avid fan. Are you fangirling a little bit, Tarzia? Have you been fangirling? Have you? There you go. We all do a bit of fangirling every now and again, don't we? Let's face it, you know. So I'm going to have a look at yours next, Rose. Rose, you're the 19th of the 3rd. 19th of the 3rd, 1992. Okay, so I'm with you, Rose. Okay, so you got the 1, 2, 3 9s, a 3, a 2, and a 1. 2 1s. Okay. There you go. Always, I've been waiting for you to go live. I keep missing them. Whereabouts in the world are you again then, Tarzia? That's awesome that you managed to catch me live today. Make sure you get up a bit earlier, or maybe you've woken up in the middle of the night. Are you in America? Rose, okay, so you've got what's called the arrow of the planner, which actually is called, it's known as a positive arrow. It's known as a positive arrow. And actually, this is where you're quite a strategic person. You know, you like to know what's coming next. So, you like a tick list, you like to, so you get up in the morning, you do have a shower, and then he said, do a poo. It's like, not everybody does life in the same order as you, Hayden. Anyway, I think you get my point. In America, okay, so 8:15. So also, what we can see is you've got what's called the arrow of frustration. Now, the arrow of frustration means that you've had difficulties during childhood. So this could be that your mum and dad's relationship separated when you were growing up, and it could also be difficulties in relationships for you now. So it's challenges during your early years. But look, can you see those isolated 9s that you've got there? 3 isolated 9s. And the reason why I'm saying they're isolated is they don't have any numbers around them. The 9 is all about you wanting to be of service. It's your humanitarian aspect. It's about wisdom, great depth of wisdom there, but also great ambition. So you're very ambitious, Rose. You know, nine's isolated is inflated ambition and responsibility. So you feel responsible, this great sense of idealism. So looking at the world through rose-colored spectacles. There you go. So a nice poo emoji there from Oracle of the Mermaid. It's 2:16 a.m. Rebecca. Wow. Interesting, Rose. I've actually been speaking to a lady this morning who's seeing 999 a lot recently as well. Yeah, a lot. It's coming up a lot. And actually, I'll put a post on my Facebook page or on my YouTube channel about 999 and what it actually means. Hi, Asita. There you go. Just up, and I get to hear that you're going live. Fantastic. How are you going, Sita, after your session? Are you feeling lighter? Because that was a great session that we had together. I really enjoyed that. Sita's in Germany. Fantastic. Excellent. So Rose, yeah, so you've got those nines. Okay, remember 9 is wisdom because the 9 carries the weight of all of the numbers that go before it. So what we can also see is that you've got 2 1. So your verbal self-expression is good. So you're a good listener as well as being a good talker, but you don't know how you feel because there's no 5. So it means that you can react to emotional situations instead of responding to them. Rose, yeah, the 1111 is really prevalent. It's all about the ascension. And Ashley says, my username for the longest ended with 999. Wow, fantastic. And Sita says, yes, before I knew about numbers. There you go. I see a lot of master numbers in pairs too. It's it's happening more and more. And these are angelic sequences of numbers that are actually getting more and more complicated, you know, as we kind of go through, you know, as we evolve as a human species. So your day number is a 10. So the 10 is in the color mirrors system. And I'll show you what it looks like in color because this is your second biggest influence, Rose, is the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is gold over olive. Gold over olive. And gold is your authentic power, and olive is a very soft feminine energy, which is about hope. So this is about you being a leader, but actually leading through soft feminine power, authentic power, like the goddess Isis, who brought good fortune in her wake. So a lot of the 10s are very adaptable. They often want to have their own companies, but they're not ego-based leaders. You know, they're very soft feminine powers. So it's the Egyptian kind of color combination. Yeah. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, you know, it's the same as the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot cards as well. But, you know, this relates very much to that beautiful, you know, if you think about Isis, she was married to Osiris, who was the god of the underworld, and their son was Horus, little baby Horus, bless him. Yeah, so, you know, there were the kings, the kings of ancient Egypt. You know, some said that they were the Anunnaki, those that came down from the heavens. So yeah, so we've got this beautiful energy. It means that sometimes you like to keep your relationships a little bit superficial because you don't want people knowing exactly what's going on internally for you. So you can keep people at arm's length a little bit. But also your ruling number, which carries the most weight in your chart, is 9, 10, 19, 21, 24, 34. So you're a 7. There you go. So Rose says, Egypt came to me in a vision when you were meditating. And of course it would, because also you've got the 7, because this is your ruling number. 7 is Neptune. Neptune's the Roman god of the sea, the king of Atlantis. And of course he came before ancient Egypt, because a lot of the survivors of Atlantis, they settled in ancient Egypt and they set up, you know, their colony there. And they, you know, they did pyramids and did all that sort of, all that stuff, you know. So really, you know, this is about you being a spiritual teacher as well. So you've got the ability to teach because the 7 needs to learn through its own experience. So you are the sort of person that's interested in the deeper meaning behind life. You are inspired by illusions, miracles, mysteries, magic, and faith. You know, this is the subconscious. This is like trust as well and faith. But this is really to do with, you know, you learning through your own experience. So no one can tell you how to live your life. You have to live it your own way. And even if that means that you have to sacrifice sometimes, all right? And then, you know, sort of be able to move forward. So you've got that beautiful Atlantean whale-like wisdom, the wisdom of the whales and dolphins, you know, it all comes up for you as well. But you remember, you are quite practical, you're quite left brain as well, so you like, you analyze things, you like to have this tick list, and this great sense of wanting to be of service. So for you, I feel like you put those colors together, and there's a lot of ancient Egyptian wisdom that you could share and teach as you awaken on your path. So yeah, so Sita says, I don't know what to eat. The food is not at taste nowadays. Yeah, so sometimes I know what you mean. It's like it is quite challenging to know what to eat, because whatever you eat, especially if it's got a heavy density like sugar and meat, makes you feel sick, doesn't it? And it makes your stomach go all blurdy. Hello, Lord Baltimore. How are you? That's a cool name, isn't it? Whereabouts are you, Lord Baltimore? Leave your date of birth and I'll take a look at your numerology. Excellent. Yeah, go lighter foods and living foods. Yeah, love it. So powerful. So there you go, Rose. So leave a few comments and let me know what you thought. You're in a 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 17. You're in an 8 personal year this year. So we travel in 9-year cycles in numerology. And when we get to an 8, it means you're stepping into your authentic power, your independence, so money can improve. You finally sort of, getting your shit in a pile. Excuse my French. There you go. So Lord Byron says, oh, you're in Peru, in Cusco in Peru. Beautiful. And that's a lovely date of birth, Lord Baltimore. I'll have a look at yours. And someone once told you that you're a Lyran. Excellent. Excellent. I love the Lyrans. I really have a deep connection with the Lyrans, because they're the cat beings, that come from Lyra, the star constellation. And Ashley says, hello, fellow Lyran. Exactly. That's so awesome, Ashley. Ashley Shams, she's a Lyran as well. So 2 Lyrans here together. Soul Renovations has given us a nice lion's head. Love the Egyptian, says Elizabeth Beard. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to have a look at yours now, Lord Baltimore. Let's have a look at Lord Baltimore's. Tasia says, I feel a strong feeling I'm Pleiadian. IDK. Why? It just calls me. Well, if you want confirmation of that, Tasia, you need to get a Starseed Numerology Report, and that'll tell you for shizzle. So Rose says, thank you so much. It was spot on. I feel like I've been stepping into my power, and I believe I am a leader. You are a leader, Rose. For sure you're a leader. And the Oracle of the Mermaid says, I'm a Hydean Hayden. My partner is Lyran, but they are homies. They are homies. Proper homies. All right. So what's your name, Lord Baltimore? What's your real name? You can be multiple, Ashley. Yeah, that's absolutely right. For shizzle. Exactly. Don't forget me. That's right. I haven't forgotten you. There you go. I'll come back to you in a second, Mrs. Palmer. All right. I want to do Jeremy. Okay, so it's Jeremy's turn. Yeah, it's just because he's got quite he's got an interesting date of birth, and I'd like to share that with you guys as well. Okay, so Mr. Baltimore, you're the 22nd of the 12th, 1978. All right. So, Jeremy, you're a very sensitive chap, very sensitive. And of course, you're going to be a starseed. Of course you are, because, if you send your Lyran, there you go. You can see from there, you've got, okay, this is your chart. So this is what it looks like. So you've got all those 2s, look, 3 2s there. The 2 is feminine energy. It's moon energy. It's emotions. It's about your feelings. Actually, when it's emphasized like that, because you've got 3 of them, it means that you feel things very deeply. You almost can feel how animals feel, or old people, or children, and very psychic as well. So very psychic and intuitive yourself, which is lovely. You are also, somebody who's struggled during your upbringing. So there could have been challenges in, your mum and dad separating, or you feeling like you didn't fit in or sibling rivalry. But also, you know, what happens is this can knock on into your adult life, and you could experience difficulties or challenges in your relationships. You've also got what's called the arrow of activity. This is a positive arrow, the 7, 8, and 9. This means you're always on the go. So you're always here, there, and everywhere doing loads and loads of different stuff. And it's nervous energy. So you need calm company around you to keep you grounded and centered. There you go. So Lord Baltimore, Jeremy says, yeah, my mum and dad separated. So also what we can see is you're very independent. You know, you're always on the go. You're always doing stuff. You've got very balanced verbal self-expression, although you do have a tendency of reacting sometimes to emotional situations because you don't know how you feel. So you very much, you know, you're a 22 day number. So this is like a master number. There is a day number, and in color mirrors, it relates to this bottle here, which is called forgiveness, which is deep magenta over rose pink. So this is kind of like, you know, where, you know, you're a master builder. So actually you're sensitive and intuitive and almost psychic, but also you've got the practical know-how because the 22 is a 4 when you add the 2 and 2 together, which is a physical number. You've got the ability to take action on your spiritual guidance. So, you know, a lot of the time you can be a bit of a mover and shaker. So, you know, but also, you know, you like to be in partnerships. That's very important as well. So this comes in for you. Okay. There you go. Don't last. And you are very sensitive. Yeah. It's a lot of the time it's because of what happened, you know, when you were growing up. So your mum and dad separated, and would have been all that stuff associated with that. So now you're just on the go all the time. You're almost avoiding being in relationships, although you do have a craving for it, but actually you're more here to guide people forward into the golden age. So that's your day number, and forgiveness comes up. So you've really got to learn to forgive yourself, you know, and other people. So forgive everyone, you know, forgive absolutely everyone, because they were never guilty of anything in the first place. Their soul just chose certain lessons for them to be able to evolve. You don't like fighting. You wouldn't. So, you know, you've also got like 9, 10, 18, 18, 19, 25, 26, 27, 28, 32. So you're actually a ruling number 5. So the 5 people is Mercury energy. And this means that you don't want to be restricted. All right. So you're a freedom lover. You like space. Green is about having space around you for integration of heart healing and letting go of old masks. So Mercury is very fluid. It's flowing. It's about communication. It's being able to express yourself. You need to be able to have the freedom around you to express yourself. So you'll be the sort of person that want to travel around helping people, or, you know, and this sort of thing. So, you know, the 5 it gives you that center in your emotions. So it helps you to understand how you feel. It gives you greater depth of feeling, the 5. Okay, so it wants to explore different cultures, different climates, different people and places, and all of that sort of stuff as well. Yeah, Aussies use for shizzle. We do. Well, some of us do. It's because I'm an English Aussie, you see, because I wasn't born and bred in Australia. There you go. Yes, freedom, Las Vegas. There you go. So it is a nice bottle, Mercury. It's a beautiful energy. We used this one actually on Mark's mum when she came over from England, because it was really very, very, very beneficial to help her let go of, you know, who she once was, because obviously she'd been through a transition with when Mark's dad died, you know, so she needed to know, well, who am I? So she had to let go of like that old mask. There you go. No longer the wife of, you know, him anymore, and can kind of move on and integrate heart healing as well. Yeah, so Lord Baltimore. So Jeremy says, yes, I live in a foreign country from my birth. Absolutely. And this will always be with you, this sense of like wanderlust and not feeling like you actually belong anywhere. Okay, you're very welcome. So you're in a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You're in a 2 this year, a personal year cycle 2. So you will be feeling a bit more sensitive this year. Okay. Yeah, a bit more sensitive and more intuitive this year. So it's a good year for you going in and doing meditations and doing your inner work, going on your vision quests and that type of thing, you know. So it's good for healing the soul and doing the feminine inner work this year. And then next year, learning something new. Crazy sensitive this year. Yeah, and in Peru as well. So, you know, get yourself up to the beautiful Machu Picchu. And you are a bit of a hermit now, are you? Yeah. Okay. Well, you know, just try and get yourself out there and integrate yourself and just explore. You know, go and explore Machu Picchu, not Itchy Pachu. Or bless you. A Machu Picchu. Bless you. All right. So, sorry, I'm just going a bit crazy. All right. So I'm going back up to you now, and I haven't forgotten you, Mrs. Lovely Lady, Mrs. Palmer, the March the 1st, 19. And you're breaking up as well. Oh no, that's terrible, Rose. There you go. Are you still there? Oof, my Wi-Fi. Same, just give it, I'll give it a sec, yeah. I guess I'll watch later. Oh, what a shame, eh? There you go, she's back. Is everyone back? There you go. Sydney's here. Hiya, Sydney. Right, you're fixed. Excellent. Rose, it's back. Okay, you're here now. Christina's here as well. Hiya, Christina. But everyone's popping in and popping out today. It's like we're all like pop-ins and pop-outs, walk-ins and walk-outs, all right? Yeah. A lot of people logged on at once. That could have been it. Yeah, everybody came in at once. Right, so Mrs. Palmer, just give me your first name again. All right, so this is your name, your chart rather. Okay, so you've got the arrow of frustration as well. So for you, again, there's difficulties for you during your childhood. All right, so there's difficulties there. That's all right, Jeremy. You're back now, so that's fine. Whack-a-moles. What's that, Sydney? Megan. That's it. No, I forgot. I haven't had the chance to read the chat from yesterday yet, Oracle. Just remind me what it was about. I'll have a look at your sister as well. Yeah. Oh, I was saying things popping in and popping out. Okay, Megan. All right, so sorry. Right, Megan, difficulties, yeah, during your childhood. So your mum and dad might have separated or you felt like you didn't fit in, and this could knock on into your relationships, you know, so having difficulties or challenges within relationships. You are somebody who's like to be a leader. So your one energy is your sun energy. Okay, so it's yellow over yellow. That's your day number influence. So you want to lead. Okay, so for you, it's important to not be a follower. You're not a sheep. You want to be able to lead. And actually, you know, you've got a vivid imagination, good verbal self-communication skills, good listener, as well as being a good talker. You do react again to emotional situations. You are independent. You like to be organized. You like to be in control. You make a good manager. And yeah, so you're a 9, 10, 18, 9, 10, 18, 9, 21, 22. So 22 over 4. So, you know, the 22 over 4 people are actually the rarest out of all of the ruling numbers, or the life path otherwise, because the ruling number is the same as the life path number. And a 22 is the master builder, you know, so you're here to guide humanity forward into the golden age of Aquarius, you know, so it's like, you know, this is it. So it's like the pink, rose pink, which is divine love, and magenta, which is divine love as well, but deep divine love. You know, it's like forgiveness comes in with this bottle. It's called forgiveness in the color mirror system. So, you know, it really means that you've got the practical know-how to be able to implement your work here on the planet, to be able to do your soul work, which can often be about, you know, first of all, learning to forgive yourself, then forgive your parents, forgive yourself, and then to forgive your creator and help people to do the same thing. So you're a leader like a spiritual leader, for sure you are, Megan. You got great potential to be able to actually do the work as well. So that's really fantastic. And thank you so much, Ashley. That's so sweet that you've given me a lovely 999 donation. That's really cool. I love the 999 because obviously it's my ruling number. and it's your email. What did you say? It's your email signature as well with the 999. You've used that for the longest time. And interestingly, because I do need to cover this off today, because from now until the end of the year, we've got, and you might have seen a post up on my page recently. It's about what's happening until the end of the year. Now we've got a lot of Mars energy, and we've got a lot of Aryan energy. Aries, the ram, and this is all warlike and it's powerful. It's red energy. So what it means is that we have to be very mindful, because this can easily manifest as aggression or anger. So we have to really use a lot of time just to get peaceful with ourselves, and so we don't project that out into the outside world, because you can see what's happening. It's almost like it's like a boiling pot on the earth at the moment, where things are about to explode because there's a lot of injustices that are going on. So this is the 9 energy in the color mirrors system. The bottle 9, okay, is this bottle here, which is Mars, and it's warlike, it's fire energy, and it's about doing and saying what needs doing and saying instead of getting angry and frustrated. So it's finding a way of being able to express passionately how you feel, rather than being angry and bottling things up. And the color bottles, Jeremy, there are vibrational remedies. So based around the experiments of Dr. Azuro Emoto, who channeled Ho'oponopono, a Hawaiian prayer ritual and loving intention into liquids. He noticed that the crystalline frequency of the molecules within the water was becoming elaborate pictograms, almost like sacred geometric shapes. Whereas if you send hatred into liquid, what it does, it goes all clumpy and it doesn't, it looks ugly. So basically, these are remedies that have been charged with loving intention and Ho'oponopono, as well as crystal frequencies and light frequencies, and all of that. And you bathe in them. So you pour them into your bath, you submerge your body, you naturally go into an alpha brainwave state, and you release. So though the remedies go into the cell and they clear and transmute the lie that's got in the cell as trauma or an old pattern or belief, and they replace it with the truth. So they basically hold your body and support your body whilst your soul takes you where you want to go. So they're an amazingly transformational vibrational remedy, to answer your question in short. But you bathe in them, and you can keep them on your bedside table as well. Yeah. So Oracle says, "Oh Lord, one thing I remember you missed was that Irina said she would meet us at Mount Shasta, and that I could totally plan meet Irina and Hayden convention. I do the arrow of the planner." There you go. Well, it won't be happening for me for a while, Oracle, because obviously we can't leave Australia. We're restricted, aren't we? Restricted in all senses. Yes, Mars in Aries for a long time this year. Exactly. Yeah. So did that explain the bottles to you? So, but I also use them as a self-diagnostic tool in my color consultation. So I do wellness consultations with them. So I would ask a series of questions like, where are you at in your life right now? You'd pick a bottle. Where do you want to be? You'd pick a bottle. What does your life look like if your current situation is resolved? Pick a bottle or bottles. What action steps do you need to take to get from where you are now to where you want to be? Pick a bottle or bottles. And then, what's your biggest obstacle or challenge to getting there? Pick a bottle or bottles. And then you end up with a selection of bottles. And I read the bottles, and then I take you through a guided inner journey to be able to release the things that are stopping you from aligning with the new Earth 5-dimensional energies. So, they are incredible, really, really incredible. Did that make sense for you, Megan? Yeah. Did you relate to that? Excellent. That's really great. So yeah, so you've got this beautiful energy. So you're the 9, 18, 19, 20, 22. Yeah, the ruling number 22, 4. So you are what do you actually do then? I'd be interested to find out, Megan. Let me know what you do and how you're putting this amazing birth chart to good use. There you go, Rose. I want to do this. Well, look, if you want to have a session with me, then the sessions are on special at the moment as well during the month of August for only 99 Australian, which is I think it's about 65 US or something like that. And all you have to do is just send me an email through with a date that you are available, and then I'll sync it up with mine and we'll do it there. But I'm obviously, it'd have to be next week or the week after now. But yeah, just let me know what works, and I'll do my best to synchronize. Yeah, they're amazing, and it's almost like a global phenomena as well, the color mirrors, because they that literally they are a beautiful gentle remedy which has been going since 2001, and they've been having some amazingly transformational effects on people. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to have a look now. Let's have a look. Elizabeth, are you still there? Elizabeth Beard? Elizabeth, where are you? Elizabeth. Are you still there, Elizabeth? I could have a look at yours, Elizabeth. Yeah, so on the 21st of December 2020, well, it's actually from the 20th until the 22nd, there is a lot of cosmic energy coming in. So it's a celestial event. No one actually knows exactly how that's going to manifest. And I actually feel like it will be different for different people depending on your perceptions and your vibration. But it could be like disclosure. It could be some sort of cosmic, sort of photon energy and light that can come through. Thank you so much, Ma. That's so sweet of you. Look, at 999 from Ma as well today. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all of that beautiful Mars 999 energy. That's so sweet. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, so hopefully that's made sense to you, Ashley. So nobody really knows how it's going to manifest. There has been talk of a Pleiadian spaceship arriving over Uluru this year. And of course, there is going to be a cosmic consciousness event if, all goes well at Uluru this year over that period of time. So there's a lot of people sort of lining themselves up so that they can, so that they can actually see that manifesting and taking shape. So I don't know if Elizabeth's still here. If not, I'll have a look at Tarzia. I'll have a look at your sister. So Tarzia, what's your sister's birthday? There she is. October the 1st, 2004. What's her name, Tarzia? Elizabeth is taking an Elizabeth with her colours. Ariona. That's a sweet name, isn't it? Ariona. Ariona. All right. Where is she? Okay, October the 1st of the 10th, 2004. Okay, so she's another one that hasn't really got that many numbers in her chart. And you can see there how it manifests on the chart. Very different to people born in the 1900s. All right, so Ariona, again, will struggle to retain information, okay, because she's got no numbers on her mind plane. So for her, she won't learn in traditional ways. So she might really, just forget things, and actually, she's also got what's called the arrow of passivity. So she'll need to be encouraged to sort of get up and do things. So she might be, take a long time starting projects, for example. She is quite, she does have a practical aspects. She will like the material aspects of life. The 4 is a very physical number. And actually, she's a good talker, very balanced communication, but she can react in emotional situations. Again, she's very intuitive and sensitive. And she's a leader as well. She's a day number 1, which is the sun energy. It's that beautiful sunshine yellow, which is the leader. The 1 is the masculine energy, but it's the ego, but it's also wants to be in control. It's the only absolute number. The 1 is the only absolute number that we've got. And then she's a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She's a ruling 8. So she is somebody who wants to be in control. She's very organized, but she's also very nurturing. So she'll want to make sure that people are okay. She's a good manager. She might be interested in accounting or finances or the travel industry. The 8 is very independent. She'll want to do things her own way. Organized and in control. Organized, independent, and in control, I would say that she is. And wants to lead, but won't learn in traditional ways. Okay, so hopefully that's made sense. She's in a 4, 5, 6 year. So the home and family are going to be really important for her this year. She might reinvent the way she looks this year. So she might change her hair or clothes, or she might even change, her decorations in her house as well. Oracle of the Moment says, I was watching a video of a live that I missed, and Hayden was talking about his favorite ice cream. He was reading comments and someone said something about dragons, and he said dragons at 2727. Well, there you go. You notice some very strange things, Oracle of the Mermaid, and you remember some very, what was my favorite ice cream? I can't believe that I was ever talking about ice cream. So Mars like fangirling there with that avocado, with that, it's like a turquoise avocado, isn't it, jumping up and down? Or is it a peach? No, it's a pear, isn't it? Maybe it's a pair of peaches. Oh, who knows? Hi, Siren of the Void. Nice to see you. How are you? You haven't been into the Dreamtime Healing Room for a while now, have you? What's been going on? 13 also represents dragons. Yeah, the dragon energy is very prevalent within the colour mirrors system, because we've got the angels and the dragons essence sprays there. The dragons kind of sit close to us in the etherics. So on the vibrational sort of multi-dimensional layers, they sit very close, whereas the angels sit further away. So when a dragon is chosen, it means that you're kind of being urged to take action on something, because the dragon, energy is quite, doing. It wants you to, harness your power and activate something. There you go. So she said she's watching. She's very interested. Excellent. All right. So let's have a look and see if there's anybody else. Is there anybody else here that would like to have a reading? So I might have to finish slightly earlier today, because I've got a consultation with a lady who's started on my release program, which is a 4-week wellness journey, which takes you on an energetic journey through your chakras. So starting with your base and releasing all the resistance and fear. Then the sacral, which helps you to let go of your self-worth issues, and your solar plexus, low self-esteem, self-doubt, and actually sets you into a place of momentum. So yeah, she's starting that with me today over in Italy. So yeah, I'm connecting with people all over the globe at the moment, and doing some amazing transformations, facilitating processes for you guys to do your shadow work, so you can align with the new earth energies. There you go. So Siren of the Void says, I'm on a path to strengthen my third eye. Fantastic. Had a dream about Shakti and about the Pleiades. And what about the Pleiades? Shakti's dream was about simple food for Ascension. Absolutely right. Yeah, that's absolutely right. It really is about that. Excellent. So if you're watching, please remember to like the video and to subscribe to my channel and click the bell for future notifications, because then you'll know when I'm going live. And also share this with your friends and family, because remember, what's useful for you might also be really useful for them. And on a Thursday and a Friday, I do free readings, okay, free insights with numerology. But if you want to have something, if you've had a reading today and you want something that's a little bit more substantial, then I do offer the Starseed Numerology Reports, and they're still on special for only 49 Australian dollars, mate, until the end of August. Now, these go into not only your birth chart, your ruling number and your day number and your arrows of individuality that I've been looking at for you, and your personal year cycle number, but they also look at your living name, your soul urge number, and your outer expression number, and your peak years of maturity from your pyramids. They also look at which star system that your soul originated from after it left source consciousness, and look at all of your color influences from the color mirrors system as well, so you can understand more layers of information about your soul and what you're here to do. So, why are you here? What's your mission? And where have you come from? The 3 most asked questions on the planet today. So yeah, if you want one of those, they are a handcrafted report, remember. So they're not computer generated. These take maybe between 3 and 5 business days to create. So if you want one of those, only $49 investment, which is next to nothing really in the grand scheme of things. So if you want one of those, what I'll do is I'll leave my email address in the comments section here. So please feel free to to contact me about that. And I'll get those done for you as soon as possible. All right. So yeah, very, very welcome. Very, very welcome. Oracle of the Moment says, 13, my daughter's age. Last time I heard her play about the dragon egg, she doesn't speak about cycling in tune, and she gives messages all the time. There you go. So yours is the path of the mystic and intuition. Fantastic. Brilliant. Well, lovely to see you guys. I hope you have an amazing weekend. We are on Friday, aren't we? It's crazy, isn't it, to think how quickly it's all going. Lots of love and light to everybody. Have a brilliant time, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.